speculation again of a leadership challenge to Sir Keir Starmer. You've already called for Sir Keir Starmer to go. Do you think this time next week he'll still be in Downing Street?
This election in Scotland is about removing John Swinney as First Minister and changing the occupant of Bute House. I care only about what happens in Scotland, because this election is about our schools, our hospitals, our public services. It's about our local businesses. It's about our towns, cities, villages and islands. And I don't want another decade of SNP rule inflicted on this great country. If you want to know what's happening in Wales, go talk to those in Wales. If you want to know what's happening in England, go talk to those in England. I'm standing to be First Minister of Scotland. That's my focus, and removing John Swinney from office, beating the SNP, rejecting the poison of reform and changing Scotland is all I'm interested in. And if you agree, then you need to vote Labour on May the 7th.
Right, this is looking good. So if we can just start off with name and title for
And Sarwar, leader of the Scottish Labour Party.
And we're here today, last week of campaigning in the run-up to the Scottish Parliament elections. What's your message?
Look, 3 days to go, and in 3 days' time we have the opportunity for the first time to change the government in Scotland. The SNP deserve to lose. Reform can't win. Only a vote for Scottish Labour can change the government. So if you want to fix the mess, get the basics right and build a better future for our great country Scotland, then you need to vote Labour on May the 7th.
But that doesn't seem to be being borne out by the polls. There's one out this morning showing your party could have just 13 seats, which would be the worst result of devolution.
Well, people might want to point at those kind of things. I believe in the great people of this country that we will make a different choice on May the 7th, because that is the choice. If you want to cut NHS waiting lists, if you want to see more homes getting built, if you want more teachers and classroom assistants in our schools, if you want to see the waste stop and people respecting your money, that means changing the government here in Scotland. Reform can't be changed, they can only stop change. Every vote for reform is a vote to help the SNP stay in power. The SNP can't be changed, they've been in power now for 20 years. So if you want change, if you want to reject the poison of reform, if you want to beat the SNP, there's only one route to changing Scotland, and that's a vote for me in Scottish Labour.
And of course, the elections here are one of only a handful of difficult elections that your party is facing, with the prospect of Labour losing power in the Senate and also losing council seats all across England. In the wake of that, there's mounting speculation again of a leadership challenge to Sir Keir Starmer. You've already called for Sir Keir Starmer to go. Do you think this time next week he'll still be in Downing Street?
This election in Scotland is about removing John Swinney as First Minister and changing the occupant of Bute House. I care only about what happens in Scotland, because this election is about our schools, our hospitals, our public services. It's about our local businesses. It's about our towns, cities, villages and islands. And I don't want another decade of SNP rule inflicted on this great country. So if you want to reject the poison of reform, if you want to beat the SNP and you want to change Scotland, there's only one route to that change, and that's a vote for me in Scottish Labour.
I get that you say, this election isn't about Keir Starmer, but surely nationwide, with elections in Scotland, England and Wales all looking bad for Sir Keir Starmer, surely he must have to be thinking about
Well, if you want to know what's happening in Wales, go talk to those in Wales. If you want to know what's happening in England, go talk to those in England. I'm standing to be First Minister of Scotland. That's my focus, and removing John Swinney from office, beating the SNP, rejecting the poison of reform and changing Scotland is all I'm interested in. And if you agree, then you need to vote Labour on May the 7th.
That's lovely. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
We will go on to BBC. Great.
Mr. Speaker, I didn't hear him say he's not reshuffling the Chancellor. It sounds like she's toast. Meanwhile, the former Deputy Prime Minister is on manoeuvres. This government is like a bad episode of Game of Thrones. His own people have turned against him, and all the while, the Prime Minister is holed up in his castle, wetting himself about a visit from the King in the North. Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, one Labour MP actually said that his days are numbered. That's one of them. I wonder who it was, because they're all looking guilty as hell. Isn't the real reason, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, isn't the real reason the Prime Minister can't cut welfare that he squandered all his political capital saving his own skin?
Mr. Speaker, she talks about political games. That's what she was doing yesterday. This House considered our motion and rejected it decisively because everyone saw it for what it was, a desperate, baseless political stunt ahead of the May elections. And Mr. Speaker, whilst she and they were playing games here, I was chairing a meeting in Cobra, going through the contingencies and managing our war in the Middle East. Mr. Speaker, they think political games here is more important than managing the implications of the war in the Middle East, which will affect every single one of their constituents. And none of them ask any questions about it. None of them want to debate it. They just want to debate silly political stunts.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday, we heard Christian Turner, Peter Mandelson's replacement as US Ambassador, say that the only country Trump has a special relationship with is Israel, that the Prime Minister's job is in danger after next week's elections, and that in the US, Jeffrey Epstein's associates have evaded responsibility for their actions. The Prime Minister has had to fire one US ambassador for lying. Does he fear he'll now have to fire a second one for telling the truth?
Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, given what I've had thrown at me in the last 2 weeks by all the opposition parties, that's the least of my problems. But, Mr. Speaker, I know he likes stunts, but I was surprised he joined in the one yesterday, because his own business spokesman said last week, satisfied I had not misled the House. He, of course, his opening position was it was inconceivable that officials would give clearance to Mandelson and not tell ministers it was against the UK SV recommendation. That's what he said, and it didn't happen. I expect frivolous accusations from the Leader of the Opposition. Clearly, I was wrong to expect anything better from the man in the wetsuit.
Mr. Speaker, I've got my dry suit on today, and let me tell the Prime Minister that when Boris Johnson was faced with that motion, he didn't whip his MPs. There was a difference there.